Hello, guys. Welcome back. Long time no see. It's been a while since we kind of did really a lot of content on our channel for obvious reasons because of the pandemic and whatnot. But, I wanted to just do another Criterion top five, this time do top five around instead of top 10, and to kind of put something on the channel and just kind of talk about cinema and to let you guys know that we are working on projects. A lot of them, actually all of them, are in post-production, and we are going to release those soon, definitely, for sure. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you can, like and share. And thank you for supporting the channel and Tyrone Productions. And yeah, it has been about almost 2 years since I dropped the video. Really, any video, but the last video I dropped was the Criterion one, and I thought that was fun, and I wanted to kind of do it again. And my collection has kind of grown since then. Obviously, this is just my whole kind of DVD shelf here, favorites and everything, and other, great, cinema. And I have another shelf kind of over there. So, yes. Wanted to do a top five and explore some of the ones that have become my favorites since then, and highlight some good ones. So, excuse me, we're gonna start that now. Won this one on a bid. One of my favorite movies ever. Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee film from 1989. Excuse me. I have the original copy from that's a DVD copy from 2007, but I won this on a bid on eBay for like $20, and well worth it. I didn't even open it yet. This movie is still so relevant, some 32, almost 33 years later, and how race relations in America are, and between the fight the power opening intro and the cinematography and the acting and the just kind of the production design, given that heat, that feeling of heat in the summer in New York City, that Brooklyn punch, it's just a lot of good things mixed into once. And Do the Right Thing is one of my favorites, and I'm glad I have two copies, because why not? This is the Blu-ray Criterion, and I wish Spike Lee himself had signed this one, but I needed to upgrade, definitely. This is definitely one of my favorites. I'm gonna try and place that down there, kind of, just bear with me, I'm kind of freehanding in there. Do the Right Thing. There you go. Step that to the side here. Like I said, I'm gonna do five, so let's go to our second one. So many to talk about, so many to discuss, so many beautiful, beautiful films in here. I'm gonna go Cries and Whispers, an Ingmar Bergman film from 1972. This is definitely my favorite Bergman. I don't know if he's necessarily my favorite filmmaker, but I have a lot of respect for him and his films. I also have Winter Light somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. And I might have a couple other of his in here. I might only have two or three, but this one's my favorite. This movie's shocking. I didn't know really what to expect. When I was watching this, I think I watched this in 2020, and the cinematography is amazing, the direction is amazing. It kind of operates like almost like a horror film in a way, like suspense, terror, horror, but it's not necessarily a horror film per se. But a lot of the drama consisting from this film, whether it's with the sisters, played by Liv Ullmann and Harriet Anderson, those are Bergman collaborators. It is horrifying, it's kind of scary at the same time, but it's just really human, and it's really great. And I originally had the DVD out of print version first, and then I ended up getting this one in the Criterion sale, the Blu-ray version. And I was like, I had to have it on Blu-ray. This is definitely one of my favorites. Definitely put it in the top five. So there's that one. Let's see what else here. So much good stuff to choose from. I'm gonna go with Old Joy here, a Kelly Reichardt film from 2006. Yes. I was thinking of River of Grass, so excuse me. Old Joy is like one of those bro films that are just like, two guys taking a hike in I think it's in the Midwest, like kind of the western Northwest kind of area. Um, they are just kind of just up there and talking about life. I mean, the film itself is only 74 minutes long. It's not a long film. Um, I'm not a uber huge fan of Kelly Reichardt's stuff, but this is definitely my favorite from her, and I think this is her best work. Um, so much respect to her, and much respect to capturing just what a good walk and kind of a camping trip would be with a bunch of good friends, or a good friend in this case. But Old Joy was really good. I had to have it. Love the cover art. Criterion always they outdo themselves when it comes to the cover art. But it's really cool. So I got the Blu-ray on that. That's my number 3 for sure. Number 4. Oh man. I'm probably going to have to go with, I'll probably stick to things that I put on my favorites list. I'm going to have to go with Solaris. This is an Andrei Tarkovsky film from 1972. And the film is beautiful. And some Tarkovsky work is kind of hard to get into in terms of like, there's just a certain level of commitment to watching his films. And he's an outstanding filmmaker. I actually have Stalker right there. That's a whole commitment and a half. I need to rewatch that. But Solaris, and I'm sorry I didn't get the Blu-ray version of this because it probably will look a lot better on Blu-ray. I just have the DVD. I do have it. I think I watched this also in late 2020, and it's just awesome. Like, it's so existential and so revolutionary in terms of groundbreaking, kind of a groundbreaking narrative when it comes to sci-fi, and kind of really delves into the psychology of, what these characters see and feel in terms of like, okay, is it real? Is it not? Is it just space that's creating my mind to see these things and think these things, or is it something else? We don't really know, but the way it's portrayed, and it's not a short movie. I believe it's 2 hours. It's like a 2.5 hour movie. This is definitely my favorite Tarkovsky film. And I remember watching it and I'm thinking, oh, I'll watch some of it and then maybe I'll split it into parts, considering I hadn't seen it before. And the first Tarkovsky I watched was Stalker, and that's probably a mistake. I should have just watched Out of His Childhood or Mirror or something a little easier to watch. But I ended up just really getting into it and really just loving a whole lot of different things about it. And as it says right here, the character, I can't remember the character's name, is a psychologist. He goes into the crew, and it says, sending him on a voyage into the darkest recesses of his consciousness. And that's true, because that can become a trip and a half when you're talking about psychology. You're obviously what you see, what you feel, and obviously it's explored in a sci-fi movie. And I believe this was Tarkovsky's answer to Kubrick's 2001 back then. This came out a few years after 2001, but good answer. It's a good choice. Very good choice. I really like this movie. I need to rewatch it. Bear with me. I know some of these I haven't seen in like over a year, so I'm just kind of going off just raw feeling how much I, love these films. So my fifth one, the last one, I know there's a lot to choose from. Probably gonna go ahead and go with this film called A Brighter Summer Day. Excuse my row here. It's an Edward Yang film from 1991, and the film is like almost 4 hours long. It's a long film, but it's worth it. It's really a good investment of your time, because it's really just delving into not only the time period of I believe it's the 1960s, like I thought. And it's basically a coming of age film where the boy, it's set in Taiwan, because obviously Edward Yang was a Taiwanese filmmaker. But it's set in Taiwan, and he's you know, hanging out with the wrong folks and hanging around with the wrong kids, and he kind of falls in love, and there's a whole lot of good foundation for a good coming of age film this is a part of. And yes, it's like 3.5 hours long. I watched it all in one go. I mean, I did take some bathroom breaks, but it's worth it. I was really thinking about it after I watched it and said, man, this is something that I really appreciate in terms of the contribution to that type of genre in terms of cinema when it comes to coming of age films. And really, if it's something I think about years after or days after, weeks after, if it's just still in my mind, yeah, that's something I really like, and it really resonates with me enough to put it on my favorites list. So that's A Brighter Summer Day. Got the Blu-ray of that. And yeah, that's that. Probably gonna stash this right here, kind of reorganize my row here. So I apologize for the kind of leaning over here, but there's so many good things in here. I mean, Armor Core is on my list. I got the Three Colors trilogy, My Darling Clementine. I mean, I got the Criterion Bicycle Thieves. I mean, Some Like It Hot, Claudine. I mean, there's so many to choose from in here, but I'm only going to do 5 for today. And please stay tuned to the channel, and we will be releasing a couple new narratives, new shorts, and we're working on stuff. So I appreciate the patience, and I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel and just to talk about cinema for a little bit and kind of give you guys something to kind of chomp on, kind of like an appetizer, because, I haven't posted much in the last 2 years, but I have been working on stuff. I have been busy, but, I'm always up to talk about cinema, and I'm always working on something. So feel free to like and share the video, and please subscribe to the channel. And that's it for today. So see you guys later. Thank you very much.